You've probably heard this before. Antidepressants don't actually work. Or worse, they'll change who you are, or you'll never be able to stop. These myths are everywhere, and they're not just wrong, they're dangerous. But what's the truth? That's where I come in. And who am I to be a mythbuster? My name is Dr. Salman Aziz Mirza, triple board certified in adult psychiatry, child and adolescent psychiatry, and addiction medicine, and I've treated thousands of patients, and I'm here to break down what these medications really do, what they don't do, and how to know if they're right for you. Some of what I'm about to share may completely change how you think about mental health, and it might help someone you care about finally get the help that they need. Let's start with one of the most common and most misleading myths, that antidepressants are just happy pills. Like they flood your brain with good vibes and fake joy. That's not how they work at all. Here's something surprising. If you gave these meds to someone without depression, they usually feel nothing. No buzz, no boost, just normal. And that alone should tell you, these pills aren't designed to make you feel high. They're designed to help your brain reset. Depression distorts how your brain processes the world. Good things happen, but you can't feel them. Your kids hug you, you smile, but you don't feel it. You get great news, still feel empty. That's not weakness, that's biology. One of my patients told me 4 meds I could only see the bad. Now I can finally see the good again too. That's not fake happiness, that's emotional balance. Antidepressants don't force joy. They remove the filter that blocks your natural emotions. Think of it like this. Depression is like wearing dark sunglasses indoors. Everything looks dim, even when the lights are on. These meds don't turn the brightness up, they just help to take the glasses off. And that's what they're meant to do. But this happy pill myth sets people up for the wrong expectations. Some stop taking their meds because they don't feel instantly amazing. Others avoid them entirely because they think that feeling better equals feeling fake. And that's the danger. These medications aren't meant to change who you are. They help you get back to who you really are before the depression got in the way. So no, antidepressants aren't happy pills. But what if you're scared of the opposite problem, feeling nothing at all? That's the next myth we need to clear up. Another common fear that I hear, I don't want to feel nothing. Or, what if the meds change who I am? Those are real concerns, and they stop people from even starting treatment. So here's the truth. Yes, some people do feel emotionally flat on certain medications, like they're watching life happen, but not feeling it. That's not the goal. That's a side effect. And it usually means one of 2 things. The med isn't a good fit, or the dose is off. And the fix? Not suffering through it. It's telling your doctor, adjusting, trying something else. Because here's what antidepressants are not meant to do. They don't erase your personality. They don't delete your values, memories, or relationships. They don't make you forget who you are. One patient put it perfectly. I still see the same world, but when I was depressed, I could only see the bad. Now I see the good again too. That's not numbing, that's clarity. And here's the twist. It's depression, not the meds, that actually makes you feel disconnected from yourself. It makes you withdraw, stop laughing, stop caring. It makes everything feel flat, whether you take the meds or not. So when treatment works, people don't say, I feel like someone else. They say, I finally feel like myself again. Think about a broken leg. You might be short-tempered, stuck at home, missing out. But once it heals, you're not a different person. You're just pain-free. Antidepressants work the same way. The goal isn't to change you, it's to remove the weight that's been holding you down. So if you ever feel too numb, speak up. That's not failure, that's adjustment. There are dozens of options, and finding the right one is part of the process. But what about the fear that once you start, you'll be stuck on them forever? That's the next myth. Now here's a myth that really scares people. Aren't antidepressants addictive? Or, once I start, I'll never be able to stop. These fears stop people before they even begin. But here's the reality. Antidepressants are not addictive. They don't give you a high. They don't cause cravings. You don't need higher and higher doses to feel anything. People aren't out there buying Prozac or Zoloft on the streets because they give you a buzz. They'll help your brain work like it's supposed to. Now, can you feel something if you stop them suddenly? Yes, and it's real. Headaches, dizziness, brain zaps, feeling foggy or flu-like. But that's not addiction. That's something called discontinuation syndrome. It's your brain adjusting, like stepping off a moving treadmill. That's why doctors should help you taper slowly, one step at a time. Let your brain catch its balance. And no, these meds don't trap you forever. Most people take them for a period, maybe 6 to 12 months after they're feeling better, and then work with their doctor to hopefully taper off. During that time, we often strengthen other supports: therapy, exercise, sleep, community. It's not about dependency, it's about recovery. And if a med doesn't feel right for you, there are dozens of others. So no, you won't get hooked. You won't spiral into needing more and more. You won't lose control. You'll be supported. But now let's go deeper, because a lot of the fear about these meds comes from how we think that they work. And what if I told you that the whole chemical imbalance theory isn't actually the full story? You've probably heard this. Depression is just a chemical imbalance. You don't have enough serotonin. That story's been everywhere. Drug ads, articles, even doctors. But here's the problem. It's not the whole truth. A 2022 review by Moncrief et al. Looked at decades of research, with their conclusion being that there's actually very little evidence that low serotonin alone causes depression. Now, there is some controversy around this article, and I don't fully agree with its conclusions, but it's not wrong that this myth has been paraded out there as a truth, despite most psychiatrists never actually believing it. So does that mean that antidepressants don't work? No, it just means that the public misunderstood how they work. It's not about pouring serotonin into a broken brain. It's about helping the brain change. Antidepressants seem to boost neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new pathways, get unstuck, and adapt. Depression locks your brain into a loop. These meds might help loosen that loop, so therapy, habits, and healing can actually stick. That's why they often work best when combined with therapy. The medication opens the door, therapy helps you walk through it. And this also explains why they don't kick in right away. These meds aren't flipping a switch. They're rewiring the circuits. And that takes time, usually 2 to 6 weeks. And not all antidepressants work the same. Some target serotonin. Others affect norepinephrine, dopamine, or completely different systems. It's not a one-size-fits-all. It's matchmaking. And here's a better way to think about it. Depression isn't one broken part. It's like a computer running a glitchy program. These meds don't install happiness. They help your brain to reboot. And we're still learning more. They may also reduce inflammation, regulate stress hormones, or affect brain cell growth. Someone says it's just serotonin. Now you know. It's more complicated. But more complicated means more hope. Because it means your brain isn't broken. It's adaptable. And with the right support, it can change. But now we have to address something serious. The biggest fear of all. What about the suicide warning? So let's answer some big questions. Do antidepressants really work? And what about that black box suicide warning? And what side effects should you actually worry about? Here is a short answer. Yes, these meds help a lot of people. In large studies, around 50 to 60% of people improve with antidepressants. That's better than placebo, which helps around 30 to 40%. Not perfect, but meaningful. And some meds work better than others. A massive 2018 study by Cipriani et al. Found older meds like amitriptyline and newer ones like escitalopram and 40-oxetine performed especially well. Others like fluvoxamine or even Prozac ranked a little lower. But here's what really matters. If one med doesn't work for you, there are dozens more to try. Now, about that black box warning. Yes, antidepressants carry a small increased risk of suicidal thoughts in people under 25. But let's unpack what that actually means. In some cases, these meds give people energy before they lift their mood. And if someone has dark thoughts but zero motivation, that early boost can be risky. That's why doctors should monitor closely in the first few weeks, especially with teens and young adults. The risk is real, but it's rare. And it's manageable with good care. More importantly, untreated depression carries a much higher suicide risk. This is about balancing risk with support, not avoiding treatment out of fear. Now, side effects. Common ones include nausea, headache, sleep changes, and sexual issues. And yes, for some, sexual side effects can stick around. For more on that, check out the video I made about PSSD, post-SSRI, sexual dysfunction via the card above. For many, side effects fade over time or disappear when you switch meds. There's no shame in adjusting. That's part of the process. What not to do? Quit cold turkey. Suddenly stopping can cause discontinuation syndrome, dizziness, brain zaps, trouble sleeping, or flu-like symptoms. Meds like paroxetine, Paxil, are especially tough if stopped too fast. Always taper gradually, with your doctor's help. And don't forget, antidepressants can interact with other medications. Taking multiple drugs that boost serotonin can cause serotonin syndrome, rare but serious. So if you're adding anything new, keep your doctor in the loop. The bottom line, antidepressants can work. The risks are real, but so is the help. Side effects can be managed, and you're never stuck. If you're thinking about treatment, the best thing you can do is learn the facts. If you found this helpful, thank you for watching. I know this topic can be overwhelming. There's fear, stigma, confusion, and a lot of noise. But my goal is simple, to help you cut through it, with real answers, honest conversation, and zero judgment. So if you're thinking about antidepressants but not sure where to begin, I made a follow-up video walking through my 5 favorite antidepressants, what they do, why I recommend them, and what you can expect if you try one. And if you want more videos that explain mental health in a way that's calm, clear, and actually useful, consider subscribing. You're not broken, you're not alone, and you deserve answers that make sense. Until next time, be safe and be well.